Now let us go through the current state of world as revealed by Devi Parashakti. This news is from India TV, June 2nd, 2022. A top official at the World Health Organization said UN Health Agency assumes the coronavirus outbreak in North Korea is getting worse, not better. Despite the secretive country's recent claim that COVID-19 is slowing there. At a briefing on Wednesday, WHO's emergencies chief, Dr. Mike Ryan, appealed to North Korean authorities for more information about the COVID-19 outbreak there, saying we have real issues in getting access to the raw data and to the actual situation on the ground. He said WHO has not received any privileged information about the epidemic, unlike in typical outbreaks when countries may share more sensitive data with the organization so it can evaluate the public health risks for the global community. COVID-19 pandemic has been a key factor in slowing progress towards universal energy access. Globally, 733 million people still have no access to electricity, and 2.4 billion people still cook using fuels detrimental to their health and the environment. At the current rate of progress, 670 million people will remain without electricity by 2030, 10 million more than projected last year. This is from WHO.int, the World Health Organization website. Another news from Financial Express dated May 31st, 2022. In terms of daily count, India on Tuesday saw a marginal dip as the 2,338 COVID-19 infections were registered in the last 24 hours. In terms of the daily corona fatalities, the country witnessed 19 deaths in the span of one day. While overall national tally remains well below 3,000 mark, there has been a surge in certain areas, both Maharashtra and Kerala, which have been the COVID epicenters in both the first and second wave. The cases are creeping up steadily. In fact, Aslam Sheikh, Mumbai City Guardian Minister, has also issued a warning and said that if the graph of coronavirus cases keep the upward trend, the state government may have to reintroduce COVID curves. For 5 consecutive days, Mumbai has been reporting over 300 COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, the results are out for the 3 samples of the suspected monkeypox infection. The lab at the National Institute of Virology says that there are 3 samples, that all 3 samples have tested negative so far. India remains monkeypox free. The WHO says that there are as many as 23 nations around the globe who have reported this virus.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
At least once in life, come face to face with God. A glorious tradition in Hinduism is Pada Puja, when the divine Paramashiva radiates through the master to receive your worship and love, bless you, comfort you, empower you to meet your desires.
Welcome back. We apologize for the small technical glitch. The Omicron subvariant drives spike in cases and deaths in Portugal. According to the figures from the Portuguese Health Ministry, 1,455 people died from COVID as the country entered its sixth wave of the pandemic in April and May. The latest report from the Health Ministry and Ricardo George Institute noted that mortality from all causes is above the expected values for the time of the year, adding there have been an increase in specific mortality from COVID-19. A news from ommcomnews.com. An estimated 2 million people in Britain have lingering COVID-19 symptoms more than 4 weeks after their initial coronavirus infections, a latest survey showed. Based on the Office of National Statistics survey of people living in private households in Britain, an estimated 3% of the population were experiencing long COVID symptoms as of May 1st, Xinhua news agency reported. This is 200,000 more people than the ONS's previous estimated prevalence of 1.8 million as of April 3rd. Of the estimated 2 million people with self-reported long COVID, 442,000, that is 22%, first had or suspected they had COVID-19 less than 12 weeks previously. 1.4 million people, that is 72%, at least 12 weeks prior to their ongoing symptoms. 826,000, 42% at least 1 year previously, and 376,000, 19% at least 2 years previously. We have seen cases of long COVID due to Omicron BA2 variant be at least as high as previous variants, despite not causing the same hospitalization rate, said David Strain, clinical senior lecturer and honorary consultant of the University of Exeter Medical School. Strain said that the most concerning figure in this survey, however, is 376,000 people who had the disease for more than 2 years, noting this is only looking at the first 4 months of COVID infections in Britain. This number will inevitably climb as all those who caught COVID in the second, third, and fourth wave experience continued symptoms, he added. Times of India, news report from Times of India. India has reported a total of 2,259 fresh coronavirus cases across the country on Friday and 20 deaths, taking the overall death toll to 5,24,323. News from livemint.com. North Korea on Tuesday reported another large jump in illnesses believed to be COVID-19 and encouraged good health habits as a mass outbreak spreads through its unvaccinated population and military officers were deployed to distribute medicine. State media said the antivirus headquarters reported another 269,510 people were found with fevers and 6 had died. That raises North Korea's death to 56 after more than 1.48 million people became ill with fever since last April. North Korea lacks test kits to confirm coronavirus infections in large numbers, and the report didn't say how many of the fever cases were COVID-19. Even after 2 years, coronavirus remains unpredictable, and World Health Organization reiterated we cannot afford to take our eyes off the virus. WHO officials said that with each mutation, Omicron subvariants are becoming more transmissible than the previous ones, and this will continue, officials warned. During a recent conference, WHO's Maria van Kerkhove said, what we can say is as this virus evolves, the latest variants, Omicron and all the sublineages, are more transmissible than the last variant circulating, and we know that will continue. There will be more variants of SARS-CoV-2. Hence, we cannot afford to take our eyes off the ball for this virus despite all the other challenges circulating. A recent surge in COVID-19 cases and deaths in Portugal, triggered by the Omicron BA5 subvariant, has prompted several countries across Europe to reconsider their pandemic response. On June 1st, Portugal confirmed as many as 26,848 new cases and 47 COVID-related deaths, the highest single-day toll since February 17, when the country reported 51 deaths, the Guardian reported. The report further stated that the pattern is in stark contrast to the pandemic scenario in France, Germany, the United Kingdom, and neighboring Spain, where case rates have been falling over the past 2 months. Now, this news is from news18.com. COVID-19 continues to ravage China and North Korea for several reasons, but primarily because of the Omicron's virulent nature. COVID-19 cases continue to soar in China and North Korea. North Korea's health authorities have said that they have observed a downward trend, but Pyongyang observers have dismissed North Korea's COVID stats, claiming that they are essentially nonsense. The United States reported at least 108,000 coronavirus cases every day for the past week, and also reported a rise in hospitalization. The New York Times said in a report that hospitalizations were up 30% to roughly 24,700 per day. This is from NewYorkTimes.com. Another form of Omicron subvariant BA2 has become the dominant version among the new US coronavirus cases. According to federal estimates on Tuesday, a development that experts had forecast over the last few weeks. There was no indication yet that the new subvariant known as BA2.12.1 causes more severe disease than the earlier forms did. BA2.12.1 made up about 58% of all new US cases, according to estimates by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention for the week ending May 21. Now, this is from CBC, Canada. Unexplained severe acute hepatitis cases among children continue to emerge in Canada and around the world. And while health officials desperately search for a cause of the mysterious illness, researchers are pointing to the possible link to COVID-19. The World Health Organization said Tuesday there are now at least 348 probable cases of severe acute hepatitis or inflammation of the liver in children under investigation worldwide, which aren't caused by the usual hepatitis viruses or any other clear source. This news is from ndtv.com. The number of people who have died from COVID-19 in Europe, the long-time epicenter of the pandemic, has passed 2 million, the World Health Organization said. A devastating milestone has passed, as reported confirmed COVID-19 deaths from countries in the WHO European region have exceeded more than 2 million people, the United Nations Health Agency said in a statement. The WHO's European region comprises 53 countries and regions, including several in Central Asia. According to the health body, 2 million people have died from COVID out of 218 registered cases, 218 million registered cases in the region. The United States, the world's worst affected country, has lost more than 1 million people. Meanwhile, after the resurgence in the first 2 weeks of March, the number of infections is falling in Europe. This news is from news.sky.com. Patients who overcome severe COVID-19 infections serve the same cognitive impairment that people generally go through between the ages of 50 and 70, a new study has found. This is equivalent of losing 10 IQ points, says the team of scientists from the University of Cambridge and Imperial College London. Their findings suggest that the effect of the coronavirus infection are still detectable more than 6 months after the illness, that cognitive recovery is gradual at best, and that it may even impact people who only had mild cases. Following news is from 5th May 2022 from inshots.com. A WHO report has estimated that there were 47 lakh COVID-19 deaths in India from January 2020 till December 2021. which is nearly 10 times the official figures. India rejected the estimates by calling data collection methodology questionable and said despite India's objection to the process, methodology, and outcome of this modeling exercise, WHO released the excess mortality estimates. The following news is from bbc.com. Catching COVID may cause changes in the brain, a study suggested. Scientists found significant differences in MRI, magnetic resonance imaging scans before and after infection. Even after a mild infection, the overall size of the brain had shrunk slightly, with less gray matter in the parts related to smell and memory. The researchers do not know whether the changes are permanent, but stress the brain could heal. This particular news item is from voanews.com. A new study says that 1 in 10 Australian healthcare workers has had thoughts of suicide or self-harm during the pandemic. Healthcare workers in Somalia suffer from high rates of anxiety, depression, and stress because of their work with COVID-19 cases. Initial findings recorded a high prevalence of anxiety in the workforce at 69.3%, 46.5% for depression, and 15.2% for stress. Now let us watch this short video about 8 ways to protect yourself from corona pandemic revealed by the Supreme Pontiff.
Parashakti Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் மலர்ந்தோம். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட நன்மையை சொல்லிட தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல் 1, சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல் 2, எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது 3, நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது 4, நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5, சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6, நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7, பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8, எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். 8இல் 1 செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது காப்பு.
We'll go through the translation of the sacred revelations by Devi Parashakti through the Nijavatar of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. O humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways: first, praying and meditating on me; second, surrendering to me through social media; third, wherever I am residing, worshipping me by doing fire walking; fourth, applying turmeric in chest, drinking neem juice and meditating on me every day; fifth, being in unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss; sixth, doing ajapa japa of the cosmic sound Shiva, Shiva, Shiva; seventh, with complete mind applying banana peel and onion in the heels and going to sleep; eighth, being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting in the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as aham, aham in the state of Ananda Spurana. We'll be back very shortly with the next session. Please stay tuned. Nithyananda.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. When you protect dharma, dharma protects you.
At least once in life, come face to face with God. A glorious tradition in Hinduism is Pada Puja, when the divine Paramashiva radiates through the master to receive your worship and love, bless you, comfort you, empower you to meet your desires, remind you that you are Him, not the limited human existence you identify with. Today, Paramashiva himself lives and walks among us as His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Compelled out of deep love for you, He has descended in person to awaken you to the experience that you and He are one, and that He happens exclusively for you.
If you decide you, me, you, I'll give me to you.
Come experience the ultimate, the Parama, that you possibly can. Allow yourself to receive what God has personally come to tell you. Come sit at His feet by performing the Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important, powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvajnanottaragama. All the powerful secrets, the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Charyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I am not only going to teach you, I am going to give you exactly what Paramashiva gave it to Subramanya. Because Paramashiva himself is manifesting through this being now, giving you all exactly what was given to Subramanya. Nothing is required from your side. Just sit like innocent Subramanya. Muruga at the feet of Paramashiva. I assure you, whatever was given to Subramanya, the whole life will be given to you now. Not just words, teachings, not even just experience, life itself. I am talking to each one of you sitting in your room. I will make you all Subramanya.
If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings.